everybody, Gina DeLuca here. This is going to be the auction preview for the auction that will be taking place on July 19th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time right here on the YouTube. If I sound distracted, a spider just dropped down onto my table, and if you know me, I'm actually remaining incredibly calm for the fact that that just dropped down in front of my face. We're okay. All right, so this is a 14 by 14 titled Mystical Stairs, and this has some of the liquid mirror in there, and Persephone is making a bold appearance from this little piggy line. And there is some more of the liquid mirror. I'm trying to get an angle where you can see the flash. Very difficult to capture the flash of the liquid mirror. But there it is. So again, this one is a 14 by 14 titled Mystical Stairs. This one is a 14 by 14 titled Hope for Opals. This is actually an older piece, but it never made it to the varnish table. Got some lacing, got some cells. Got a little flower in the center. This was one of my attempts at getting an opal. I have since been more successful, but I still find this piece to be interesting. I like these multicolored cells that are taking place. But there it is, 14 by 14 titled Hope for Opals. Here we have another 14 by 14 with some awesome glow. This one is just titled Glacial, but some really awesome 3D looking cells in there, and the glow. I do love that so much. Love getting that glow in the center. Again, this is a 14 by 14 titled Glacial. Here we have another 14 by 14 titled Chaotic Coral. We have quite the rainbow going on. Sometimes an entire rainbow in one cell. It looks like a little alien jellyfish, but snail head. There's some really interesting cell formations in this one. But there it is. Again, this one is titled Chaotic Coral, and it is a 14 by 14. Here we have another 14 by 14 titled The Overlook. And I should mention, the pieces that I'm showing you right now, and I'll let you know, there's two more after this. These are still being varnished, but I am not going to have time to do this video this weekend. So I'm gonna have to just show it to you half varnished. I usually do between 8 and 12 layers, sometimes more when it's a metallic like this. I keep going until I feel like the light refraction has been maximized and I get the most bling possible. So these are still in the process of being varnished. These are still on my varnish table. So again, this one is titled The Overlook. And this is going to be amazingly blingy. really pretty cells blending. But of course, it will be blingier because it will have many more layers of varnish on it. Again, 14 by 14, titled The Overlook. Another 14 by 14, titled Asteroid Belt. This one has some pewter bling going on in silver. Looks like definitely the pewter in there. Yeah. And of course, this one will certainly be blingier when it is finished being varnished. Again, 14 by 14, titled Asteroid Belt. This one is called Loving Hands, another 14 by 14. You can see this is going to be a super blinger once it is finished being varnished, and it is difficult to see the blending of the metallics. It's not just that gold. I think there's like rose gold in there, but there's a lot of depth going on, and it looked like hands to me. So again, 14 by 14, titled Loving Hands. Okay, well, it may surprise you to know that I used to make jewelry, and I do have some in stock, and I'm like, why don't I just put this in the auction too? And if somebody wants it, then they can have it, and if not, then it'll go back to where it's been sitting. I hope that I can capture this color. I think it's going to be hard. But I do, this is wire crochet, and it's actually germanium silver, so it actually doesn't tarnish the same as sterling does. For just reference, these are probably 10 years old. And there's no varnish, there's no tarnish on them. Some really cool pieces. But I have lots of jewelry in stock. Love this agate piece. Don't know if these colors are showing up. It keeps changing, like the brightness keeps changing on me. So does the camera. But that is a sampling of some of the jewelry that I have available. Perhaps during the auction, if you say that you need something in a certain color, I might be able to provide that. We'll see. But anyhow, this is just something else that's going to be in this auction, and I hope somebody likes them. This one is a 10 by 20, titled Red Sky. But this is the liquid mirror. So it has a really interesting flash to it. Persephone making a wonderful appearance. That Persephone loves grabbing onto that liquid mirror, and I have more of that coming up than I ever have when I use that liquid mirror. And again, this one is a 10 by 20, titled Red Skies. This is one of my favorite pieces that I've done in a very, very long time. Loved how this came out. This is a 10 by 20 called Dragon Tail. And the paint that I use, that purple, actually flashes to copper. It's the antique copper. So from one angle, it appears purple, and then from another, it looks like a deep copper. I love when you get two paintings in one. But loved how this one came out. You can kind of see it. It's so hard to get the flash going, to be able to see them, the magic that they create. Because the place where it's going to be flashing is where the glare is, unfortunately, when it comes to filming it. But there it is. 10 by 20, titled Dragon Tail. Here we have another 10 by 20. This one is titled Hidden Waterfall. This has the liquid mirror in it, and it is just so cool. The way this flashes. I wish you could really see what it does. But it is a very, very cool piece, and there's like the purple, or actually I think that's probably crescendo. In between. Lots of piggies in this one. Again, this one is a 10 by 20 titled Hidden Waterfall. Here is another 10 by 20 from the Wayback Machine. This one is called Killway Trail. And it just looks like a forest with some hot lava running through it. And some water. That's what I see. Doesn't matter what I see, it matters what you see. There is some copper in there. Again, this is a 10 by 20 titled Killway Trail. Back into the 14 by 14s. This one is called Berry Fizz. I am trying to get this. Why it looks so dark. It's frustrating. But this is a really pretty. Would you just please just focus and get the color right? Oh dear iPhone, why are you doing this to me? Anywho, my power is low, so I can't can't dawdle too long. But this is Berry Fizz, and this is a 14 by 14. This one is called Blue Rose, 14 by 14. Really cool, flashy center. I think my screen is looking dim because I went into low power mode, so hopefully that's all it is. But again, this one is a 14 by 14 titled Blue Flower. Here's another 14 by 14 titled Galactic Zephyr. Really cool stuff going on. The flash on this one. Got some of the Zimzalin in there. I love that color so much. It is such an interesting color, and when someone uses it in a painting, I know that they've used it. It's like such a unique color. that I fear is going to be impossible to see. But there's lots of piggies in this painting. Again, this is 14 by 14 titled Galactic Zephyr. Another 14 by 14 titled Wishing Well. Let's see if I can show any of the flash that is in here. There is some. Don't know if it's going to show. But this one had a different kind of depth to it, where it looked like a well to me. And so, again, 14 by 14, titled Wishing Well. This is one of my favorite pieces in this auction. 14 by 14, titled Neptune's Garden. We've got liquid mirror. We've got a wonderful showing from Persephone. Absolutely gorgeous. Love that color so much. Fiery magenta. There that one is. 14 by 14, titled Neptune's Garden. 14 by 14 here with the liquid mirror titled Frozen Lake. And if you could see the way this thing blings, it's really something. I don't know if you can tell or not, but goodness gracious, does this liquid mirror create magic on a canvas. But there it is, 14 by 14, titled Frozen Lake. Okay, this one is a 14 by 14 titled Pink Opal. This has some of the flamingo pigments in it, and some of that pink flashes to green. And it's appearing in some of the cells, which really gives it a very opal effect, which probably is not being picked up. I hope it is. Please let it be. So you can see how cool that is. 14 by 14, titled Pink Opal. Here we have another 14 by 14, titled Sapphire Flash. The sapphire paint is, actually it's a Venetian blue was the color, and it is a really spectacular shade of sapphire. If only I could get it to show, that would be fantastic. Again, 14 by 14, titled Sapphire Flash. This one is a 16 by 20, titled Fathoms. Some really cool patterns in here. Some beautiful flash. Again, 16 by 20, titled Fathoms. This is a 16 by 20, titled Dark Splash. This was one of my favorite splashes. I especially just love that bubble right there. Just that like double bubble. $16 by $20, titled Dark Splash, and Tucker brought his bell down. Thanks, Tucker. This is a 16 by 20 gallery wrapped canvas, titled Copper Pool. The colors on this one are absolutely gorgeous. This is like a parchment, kind of a creamy color. So it appears very soft, and the blending between that blue and the parchment is absolutely gorgeous. Tons of copper flash on this side. Again, 16 by 20, titled Copper Pool. Here we have a 16 by 20 gallery wrapped canvas, titled Just a Splash More. Another from the Splash series. But there it is, Just a Splash More. Here's one for the sports ball fans. I know this happens to be the team colors for a whole lot of teams. This one is called Fizzy. You gotta love a straight pour when you can mix complementary colors and you get no mud. That's why it's my favorite. But there it is. So there will be more paintings that I have not yet selected, but they will be paintings that you've already seen in other auctions and maybe they didn't sell, or maybe the person didn't pay. That happens too. So yeah, so please do come back on Saturday, July 19th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. The instructions for how to bid will be in the description box below, and it will have all of the information that you need. Yeah, I think that's it. Is that it? I think that's it. Yeah, I hope to see you there. Please do spread the word if you feel so inclined. And I hope you all have a beautiful day. Now go make some art.